What inspired me to get into technology, it was actually an accident and a very welcome accident, I would say.
My dad was an electrical engineer. My brother has been really into computers, so we used to play a lot of games together, look up the latest tech news together.
I sort of fell into tech more than anything else. I tried to stay away from computers for most of my life up until the end of university because I have a tendency of breaking them when I touch them.
What inspired me to get into tech was definitely my dad. He was always kind of taking things apart and trying to fix them, often without much success. But my mother played her part as well. She bought me a drill and a jigsaw and things for my 14th birthday and put up with me trailing wires all over the house.
We start with a stand-up meeting where we go around the room and everybody says what they've been working on before, what blockers they have and what they will be working on. We then get to code and we get to review other people's code.
What does a typical day look like for me? It's really busy. I have a lot of meetings, which I have with various team members. I do a lot of strategic work and try and think about the roadmap of how we want to talk about quality in engineering and working with our clients.
One's quite hard to answer because as a TLM, my day can either be filled with meetings or very empty, and it changes on a day-to-day basis.
For a tech lead manager, well, it's a mix of a little bit of everything. There's a little bit of writing code, designing systems, and talking to a lot of people. Most of that talking to a lot of people involves around making sure that people are happy in their jobs, making sure that goals are aligned between what people want for their careers and what we want for our team.
The day for me generally starts about 5 o'clock in the morning. I'll either have to get the kids to school for 8 or come into work early about 6:30 so that I can leave to pick them up from school. And I spend the rest of my day basically either writing code or reading other people's code or in meetings talking about code, which is more fun than it sounds.
What I like about my job is that we get to build a lot of cool new stuff. As a front-ender, it's really nice because you immediately can see what you've built, so immediate feedback, which is like really nice to see it straight away. Then I really like when you have worked on something and you're struggling with something and finally it clicks and you have that aha moment and you're like, yes, it makes sense, finally.
I think in broader terms, what I really like about working at Thought Machine is working with really smart people who really enjoy problem solving. What I enjoy the most about my job is being able to think at a high level conceptually on what fits into my product and what doesn't. And for features that do fit into the product, being able to think about just coming up with designs of how to implement them. I really enjoy that aspect of things and making things come together on the design page and then seeing my team being able to implement them and seeing them grow.
Tech is huge. Don't be scared if it's confusing. It was confusing for all of us. Try and give yourself time to understand what you really love to do. Don't follow the trends. Try and find out what you love to do. And once you find that out, try and find mentors and people who can help you make that role for you excellent in the long run.
So especially with tech, everything is changing all the time. Almost nothing stays the same. Even though the base principles are the same, the way they look in every role or every job would take a different form. There'll be a new framework here and there. There'll be new programming languages that'll be coming up. So it's really important to stay curious and be excited to learn new things. And I think this was the number one tip that helped me advance my career. So I would give the same advice to anyone who is thinking of getting into tech. I really think it's important to recognize achievements of the women in our field because this helps us see what good looks like for people who look like us, who think the way we do, who have mostly the same experiences or similar experiences to the world as we do. And we can see that anything is possible when we see stories of people like Ada Lovelace.
I think it's really important to celebrate people who chalk the way for the things that we do today, especially for women. it is a very difficult industry to be in terms of how analytical your thinking needs to be. And as women, I feel sometimes we are just the way we are. We are more than capable, but some of the things that we bring to the table is really important. And this is why we should celebrate women who chalk the way for us, including Ada Lovelace. And this is why I think we should definitely commend and root for other women who've helped us be where we are in the world of technology today.